I look huge, like a Michelin man. Hello beautiful souls, welcome to the Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi, your local light worker. I'm a tarot reader and an astrologer. Welcome to a reading related to your life purpose. Yes, in today's reading we are going to use the power of the tarot and oracle cards to figure out what exactly is your life purpose. I have 4 options here displayed in front of you. I thought I would give you a choice of spices and condiments. For some reason I felt very drawn towards them as I opened my kitchen cabinet this morning. So yeah, without further ado, let me introduce to you the options. For you, group 1, we have here the bright yellow of the turmeric jar. So this is turmeric powder. It's great in curries. Now for you, group 2, we have the flaming red energy of the hot red chilies. I love to mix these in hot chocolate. Now for you, group 3, we have nutmeg. Nutmeg is excellent in mulled wine, as it is in cakes as well, but also in coffee. I like to put some nutmeg in my coffee. Okay, and for you, group 4, we have the spice, the queen spice of all spices, cinnamon. We have it in a grounded form here. So cinnamon is excellent in cakes, in beverages. It just tastes divine, sometimes sweet, sometimes a little bit nutty, but that's for you, group 4. Okay, so I hope that you can see them relatively well. I'm going to move the camera a little bit closer so you have a good look at them. Go by colors, go by placement, go by maybe the spice that pulls you in the most. In this reading today, your life purpose could be anything related to what you're supposed to do in order to earn your income, or it could be something a little bit deeper, more spiritual, maybe related to the energy or the vibration you need to embody in this lifetime. I did this reading on myself this morning and I really enjoyed it, and this is why I thought that I wanted to share it with the collective. Before you flip over to your specific choice, I just want to give you a great big energetic hug. Thank you so much for being a member of my soul family. Make sure to follow my blog, The Spiritual Social, for free articles on astrology and occult themes. Check out my second channel, The Eden Nearby, where I post affirmations and chill meditations and vlogs. Check out my third channel, The Spiritual Cosmos, where I have exciting astrological videos. And also feel free to give me some love on Instagram and TikTok. Thank you so much to everyone who's following me there. I have short form readings if you want a quick hit of tarot wisdom. I also want to thank the channel members, my Light and Solar Crew members, and my Patreons for giving me financial support in order to keep this work going. You guys mean the world to me. And also, if you are considering subscribing, feel free to become my patron for the small sum of $5 each month. You get extra perks, especially around each new moon and full moon cycle. So thank you guys. I've been working with you on my personal readings and it's been healing me as well. It's been helping me grow and learn. And I just want to celebrate you. Thank you so much for your love and support. I also want to say that today in this reading, I pulled a card from the Divine Feminine Oracle and we got Machig Laptron, the Diamond-Hearted Dakini. The affirmation is, I see the light in my own darkness. I face my ego beliefs to feel free. So you may skip over this portion or you could consider staying and hearing something about Machiklaptron and how this divine essence is presiding over this reading and the space today. I also work with the energy of the Egyptian god Horus, with whom I tapped into for the protective energy of today's session. So coming back to Machiklaptron, the Machiklaptron takes the dark and transmutes it into more light. Tibetan Buddhists believe that Yeshe Tsogyal was reborn as Machiklaptron, and that both were incarnations of the female Buddha Vajrayogini. Machik's mother had an auspicious dream right before giving birth. 7 Dakinis poured water over her body, blessing her, purifying her, and prophetically relating that this little baby girl will also be a Dakini. As a young woman, Machig made a living by reading the Prajnaparamita Sutra, or the Heart Sutra, which is the most beloved wisdom text in Mahayana Buddhism. People considered it a great blessing to have it read in their homes. After leaving a monastic order, Machig married and lived what is referred to as the red and white essence of mystical union. She practiced tantric union with her husband while raising a family together. Her son became one of her greatest successors. Machig developed the tantric Buddhist practice of Chod or Hod. These teachings were the first Buddhist teachings to emerge in Tibet. Chod is referred to as the cutting off ritual. A demon, according to Machig, is anything that obstructs the achievement of freedom. Demons then are ego beliefs, not scary hairy beasts, but inner barriers that keep us from realizing the nature of reality. The Chod practitioner visualizes their demon and then mentally cuts off parts of their own body as an offering to the demon. Machig holds a traditional Tibetan Chod drum, a damaru, in one hand and a bell, a ganta, in the other. Machig, like Yeshe Tsogyal, lived until she was 99, and then according to Tibetan Buddhists, she reincarnated as Lama Tsultrim Alyon, an American Buddhist teacher. Alyon explains in her book, Feeding Your Demons, that Chod is a method for bringing our shadow into consciousness and accessing the treasure it holds rather than repressing it. This powerful unbroken lineage of female transmission reveals to us that enlightenment is about making the darkness conscious. So, I feel like we pulled this card today because the spiritual path for Machig was to become intimate with her inner demons, those thoughts or beliefs that kept her from experiencing joy, bliss, and pure love. The darkness within us isn't actually dark. It often feels threatening because some aspect of our intuition knows that when we face it, we will reclaim a lost part of our soul, we will heal, we will become whole, and that ironically can feel quite terrifying. We get so used to functioning with only one wing. We wonder, how can I fly now with two? I'll go too far, too high. Who will I become now that I am free? And who will I lose in the elevation of my soul? But Machig is here to support us in seeing what's ready to come to consciousness. She's here with her diamond heart to hold us as we feed one of our demons, not with fear, but with the knowledge that bringing it to life and into the light will help set us free. So your soul voice meditation for today, if you want to reflect or meditate on the wisdom of Machig, is there an ego belief that I am ready to see and release within me? And you may say her affirmation, I see the light in my own darkness. I face my ego beliefs to feel free. So I hope you are enjoying these small spiritual exercises. I thought of introducing them as well because they are part of my daily spiritual routine. And as you guys know, I'm not only helping you, but you're also helping me a lot. Not only financially or with likes or with subscriptions, but you're helping me as members of my soul family, giving me hints and insights as to how can I spiritually develop next. So it's a give and take process. We are connected. And now that we have summoned this beautiful deity, I am ready to start divinating at your specific pile. So I hope you have made your choice out of these 4 options. Once again, group 1 turmeric, group 2 red chilies, group 3 we have here nutmeg, and group 4 cinnamon. And if you have made your choice, then I cannot wait to meet you at your specific pile. Hi Group 1, welcome to your pick-a-card reading. We're going to find out your life purpose in this reading today. No pressure. So this is for those of you that were drawn to the bright yellow energy of this turmeric. I'm picking up solar plexus power, confidence, majesty, royalty, a way of carrying yourself with your chest forward in life. Maybe you have a beautiful chest. I feel like maybe people complimented you on it, whether you're a man or a woman. I feel like the same thing applies. There is an air of optimism and exuberance. Now, this may not be something you were born with, but it could be what you need to create in this incarnation, in this reality. It may be your legacy. I highly recommend that you wear citrine as much as possible. It is this bright yellow crystal to help you activate the solar plexus energy. And now, all this being said, let's see the cards that you were given. Wow, Pluto, transformation. Definitely something you need to work at the soul level. It may be that you may need to transmute some negative feelings into very powerfully empowering, optimistic states. We also have here, no place like home, number 50. Okay. We have as well, oh, envy, number 20. This could be what you may be going through or what you are suffering from at the mercy of other people's envy. We also have here Branwen, patience. I'm already picking up on the fact that some of you may have either a south node conjunct Pluto, a north node in Taurus. And I also see here the maiden. I'm not taking reversals in this reading. We see here the Ace of Wands. Okay, this is the Nine of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. Oh, how beautiful. This is one of my favorite love cards across all tarot decks. I'm going to move the camera now so that you're able to see all of your cards as I will be describing the content of your life purpose. Okay, so first of all, I feel like this is a lifetime in which, oh wow, there was a really weird morphing effect. Did you see that? Fascinating. The things my camera can do. Okay, let me just focus it a little bit. Yeah, much like we had this morphing effect happening over here, I feel like in your life you're going to have to shed a skin and replace it with another one. Metaphorically speaking, please don't do this in reality. I feel like you are meant to, you came into this incarnation with a specific set of skills, with a family legacy, with a personality and an identity that will need to be drastically changed in the middle of your life. I feel like you may have gone on a certain path. Maybe you trained to be a doctor, you trained to be a lawyer. Your parents pushed you to become an academic. You did what was right, what you thought was what other people expected you to do. And in the middle of your life is going to change either by your own decision or because of external circumstances that are going to push you into a massive soul awakening. I feel like you will go through at least one big chaotic event in your life. I feel like the security and safety you may look for is going to be taken down so that you can rebuild on the foundations of your soul, something that is authentically you, not something you have received from other people. The envy of other people, and especially the envy of one particular female who will be your nemesis in this lifetime, will push you down this path. So in a way, an opponent will appear when you will be at your most radiant, most likely a woman who will use her envy against you to push you into this transformation. The nemesis is a counterpart. It is a soulmate, but a soulmate that pushes you through hardship, difficulties, and a lot of negative emotions to walk on your destined soul path. With Bronwen, we see here betrayal from a family member. We see here the need to forgive and the need to be patient with all of the fruits of your labors. It could be that you may be scared of walking down your path because you see that every time when you're trying to do something on your own, things take forever to give you some fruits. You may struggle with money that is created by you rather than money that is received. You could have been born into some complicated family dynamics which involve a lot of secret financial transactions, or money is used in a way to control you to stay as part of a family. But you have to take a big leap of faith and risk being on your own, creating your own wealth independently rather than relying on the received wealth from your family members, in order to truly find the peace of mind and the stability that is owed to you. You need to understand that this stability, this financial power, this kind of like social status that you are ambitiously trying to gain is not going to come from your association with other people. It is going to come as you let go of all of the previous lifetime karma, let go of a certain status, let go of a certain attachment to your biological family or the family that has helped raise you. You have to let them lie, make peace with the past, and move forward into making executive decisions on your own. I want this, I want to create this, and I'll patiently show up for myself each day. I will not allow the envy of somebody else to push me down into the depths of despair. Whatever I lose, whatever is taken away from me, will be replaced by something so much better, something that I genuinely want, not something that was given to me by another person in the guise of me wanting it. You have to distinguish between other people's desires for you and your own desires. With the maiden here, this is the high priestess energy. You are meant to be observant, watchful, and seize the opportunity, the right one, when it comes to you. How will you know that the opportunity is right? By listening to your inner voice. When you feel that inner guidance inside of you, in your heart, in your belly, in your stomach, telling you, yes, go for this, this is it, this is the right person, this is the right moment, take that trip, sign that contract, buy that home, do this. Apply to this occupation. When you feel these inner stirrings of your soul, don't hesitate. Do it. Just do it. Just jump into it head first, and try not to ask other people for advice. So I'm seeing here souls that may have incarnated with a South Node in Scorpio or a South Node in Libra. Souls that are so attached to the relationships that they came into this incarnation with that they are actively self-sabotaging their capacity to make bold decisions on their own. You are coming into a more aligned masculine energy in this lifetime because the feminine has been quite developed for you in previous lifetimes. But the masculine energy, you see the fire in the belly. And we talked about solar plexus energy chakra. We talked about citrine at the beginning. You see here the dragon of fire holding the egg with the spider. You are meant to marry an underdeveloped masculine energy with your overdeveloped feminine energy. You are attractive, you are magnetic, you are very good in bed, you are beautiful, you know how to beautify yourself, you know how to attract people when you need somebody to take care of you. But that's the kind of behavior you need to let go of. Make your own path in life. Make your own money. Make your own career. Make your own stupid choices. And believe that people will still love you for that. You have to take that leap of faith. You have to trust. By doing these things, you're becoming a whole individual. You're not just a beautiful puppet that needs to be placed on a pedestal. You're not just a trophy partner. You're not just an object for the pleasure of other people, which is recompensated then with food and shelter and money. So stepping into your own value and becoming, this is weird, but you have to become a little bit more defensive. You have to start saying no. You have to push people away. On the path towards creating yourself, you're going to have to push people back and say, no, I need my space. I need my time. I cannot give you my body. I cannot give you my heart. I cannot give you my time or attention. I need these for myself. Go get your own. You are going to have to build a protective wall around you. Because I feel like you came into this energy with a lot of love, a lot of like, yes, I want to give to everybody. Yes, love is everything. Relationships are everything. I want to get married. I want to belong to somebody. But this is the thing you have to kind of restrain a little bit. Make sure that your desires are your own and not the ones that you received unconsciously from your mother or your father. For example, you may be born into a family in which the mother has an unresolved issue with her own failed talent. So she pushes you towards becoming a ballerina or an artist. And you end up going around your Saturn return at the age of 29 and 30, being stuck in a career, in a profession, doing something you don't love. You're realizing that, well, hang on a minute, this is not my dream. I never wanted to be an artist. I never wanted to be a ballerina. I wanted to be an investment banker. What am I doing here? I like maths. I like astronomy. I don't know. I like biology. I want to study marine life. That could be one way in which this energy could play out. Or you could be the opposite. Maybe your parents really pushed you into having a safe, secure, stable job, something boring to you, but financially stable in the eyes of your family. And now you're like, I want to quit all this because I want to be a technological nomad. I want to live a bohemian lifestyle. I want to have, an open relationship. I don't care about traditionalism. Be bold enough to stand by these beliefs. I also see that you will attain a lot of wealth and prestige. You will create a lot of friendships by collaborating with other people through your work. Your work is going to be important for you in this lifetime. Your work will be related to something related to psychology, healing, spirituality, with Pluto energy here. This is a lifetime in which you may create your own profession, because we have the Grandmaster energy of 11. You are opening a path for other souls to walk into. You may be at the forefront of a specific study or of a specific occupation that hasn't been created before. You may draw from the past, you may draw from other people and combine a variety of techniques and methods and skills in order to create your own profession. You could be, for example, a technological magician, I don't know, or some sort of like three-dimensional explorer. You could be an aeronaut. You could explore lucid dreaming with other people and have this as your main source of income. It's important to be kind and patient with yourself, to say to yourself, I love myself, I am patient with myself in the process of figuring out where do I belong, in the process of working through why do people envy me so much. The real reason why people may envy you is because you are a generator of love. You are true love incarnate. You don't need a counterpart to come and love you. You generate love. This is your phenomenal talent. This is what you have mastered in a past life. And now you need to take this love and use it upon yourself to figure out what occupation should I be active in? What does my soul and heart want me to do? And then when you find it, be confident with it. Yeah, we're looking back at this bright yellow, this intense mustard, this warming energy. The core, the center of your heart, which is reflected also in these two energies over here, and in the energy that is generated from her chest. And you see how it touches him. She is giving him life force, not the other way around. And he is supporting her. So, collaborate, make friendships everywhere you go, travel, have experiences, try out different things. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. You may go through periods where you may not have that many resources, but that's just a period in which you are macerating, you are integrating all of the things you have been doing in order to push you forward into the next step of your creativity. Use your mind, visualize your imagination, and definitely work with your feelings. Your feelings are little tentacles, little tendrils that are telling you this person is not good, this path shouldn't be followed, please walk in the other direction, let's go towards here, oh, I'm so drawn towards that, let's continue to explore what I'm being obsessively drawn towards. You are walking a very specific path. You're doing your own thing in this lifetime, and you shouldn't be afraid of doing that. The maiden is pure. The maiden is virginal. She walks in the forest feeling like she is connected to everything around her, and she keeps following her own path, led by the force of this inner masculine energy that protects her from the inside out. You don't need a man or an institution or a family to protect you. You need to understand that the divine energy inside of you can always protect you. That if you live in love, if you live in creativity, if you follow the inklings of your heart, you will always land on your feet and you will always be where you need to be. Protect tiny vulnerable things. Protect children, protect pets. You may actually build your whole profession around the study of insects, the study of pets. You are loved and taken care of. You are a force that magnetizes everything around her or him. All you need to do is figure out what it is you want and what do you want to do. Do not rely on other people's opinions of you. Your life purpose is to become an individual. Patiently, by rolling with the punches, by making mistakes, and by coming in contact with other people's shadow. This is not a lifetime on which you can rely on the advice of other people. You may work with them, you may love them, you may inspire them, but then you may also need to leave them because you have outgrown the circumstances of your social group, and now you're moving into the next level. A new social group will appear, a new lover, a new friend, a new occupation. You are opening paths, you're a pioneer. And I feel like the best way you can help other people is by leading through the power of your own example. Work at healing your masculine energy because you're not familiar with it. You may see men as aliens. You may not understand what's going on there. How are they using their force? For what are they using their force? What is masculine energy? How can I integrate it? How can I work with it? Find your own personal answers to these questions. Because it's all about integrating this fire inside of you and allowing it to lead the way. This is the reading that I had for you, Group 1. I really hope you have enjoyed it. I felt like it was nourishing for me too. God bless. Thank you so much for being here. Please drop a like so that we can have a positive energy exchange between the two of us, so you may benefit as well from it. And comment if you feel inspired. I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey Group 2, welcome to a pick-a-card reading on the topic of your life purpose. Let's figure out what it may be. Let's inspire you. So this is for those of you that were drawn to the red chilies. Now I see here the colors of dark red combined with orange. So also you chose a very spicy condiment. These are reminiscent of the root chakra, Muladhara, and the sacral chakra, Swadhisthana. Both of these chakras rule over stability, foundations, a sense of peace and feeling like you belong in the world, trust, intimacy, and creativity. So these could be some of the themes of why you incarnated at this point in time in this existence. Let's see what the cards have to say. So, okay, yeah, we have here Black Moon Lilith, the mystery. I cannot show you the complete card because she is a little bit nude, but we see here a very willful, very strong, very powerful feminine energy that wants to figure out deep mysteries that will not take just a simple obedient yes from any institution in power. I feel like you may clash quite frequently with the powers that be because you have your own mind, you have your own beliefs, and they may not fit very well with the social order that exists in society at this moment in time. So I'm going to put her over here, but I will put I'll put something on her, and also my recharging cable made an appearance. Maybe I'm going to put some clear quartz. There we go. I feel like this is the correct optimal. Yeah, you keep seeing my recharging cable. So there is something here about recharging, renewing. You were potentially brought into this incarnation to change a system of beliefs, to change the social order, to bring new energy, fresh vitality, a different perspective. You are recharging a specific area of interest. It could be in your profession, it could be opening people's minds to personal relationships, it could be related to doing spiritual work that is groundbreaking. Let's see. Now, we have the observer, Definitely a lifetime of study, a lifetime of discipline, self-discipline especially, and a lifetime of becoming a keen psychologist, looking at human behavior and understanding what it is and what are the purpose of some of these behaviors, some of the feelings, some of the thoughts that people are putting into society. So I feel that you could be drawn towards the academic environment. You could be drawn to do work on your own as a researcher. I feel like you will spend a lot of time in libraries, reading, studying, debating, discussing ideas, concepts. And if not in libraries, at least a lot of time doing research. Let's see. We have here yin and yang. Resolving the inward contradictions related to your gender identity. You guys could struggle with the identity, with the gendered identity that you were incarnated with. You may want to be a different gender than the one that you came into this world with. If you're a man, you may fantasize about becoming a woman. If you're a woman, you may fantasize about becoming a man. And if you don't want to transform your body physically as such, you are adopting the behaviors of the other gender because you feel more comfortable with that. So you could be a man that enjoys being around women, enjoys feeling things, enjoys becoming more receptive, doesn't like the idea of becoming a traditional man and doing what society requires you to do as a man. And if you're a woman, it's the same. You find power in adopting masculine energy, in being competitive, living independently, dressing in a more masculine way, looking a little bit like a tomboy. So number 22 does talk about union, bringing these forces together into a coherent whole. Now let's see the divine feminine energy guiding you. So we have here Selene, rest. Wow, my camera is doing such weird movements in this reading today. So yeah, Pluto in Aquarius is warping time and space, and especially the online environment already. I feel like for you, this may be a lifetime in which you need to let go of doing a lot, and you need to spend more time on your own. You need to spend more time resting. And as I'm trying to say this, I can't speak anymore. All of a sudden, I feel a knot in my throat. You could be frequently sick. You may fall ill. And it may be that these illnesses are pointing you towards alternative ways of healing your body. You may need to spend a lot of time in bed, in hospitals, in treatment facilities. You may have needed to go to rehab a couple of moments in your life. You may have needed to go on some sort of wellness retreat to some places where you needed to have come in contact with geothermal baths, with like salt treatments, water cures. I feel like for you, very strongly, we have the emphasis of the 12th house. The 12th house of the zodiac is about isolating yourself from society in order to heal your heart, in order to understand your past, in order to figure out what you need to let go as you're preparing for the next lifetime. As we spend time in the 12th house, we get in touch with God. We get in touch with our premonitions. We develop our gift of foresight. We can see across many different dimensions. The 12th house is very soft, it's very creative, it's very sensitive. And I feel like these are the qualities you're supposed to embody in this lifetime. If you came into this incarnation with a can-do attitude and a need to just go ahead and compete with other people and attain a lot of material wealth, I feel that gradually, as you go past your first Saturn return around the age of 30, you are going to become increasingly stripped of your material obsession, and you are going to become increasingly more spiritual. You could give your wealth away to charity and then start traveling the world as a nomad. You could all of a sudden let go of shopping or acquiring a lot of material assets, like I want a home, I want a house, I want the latest styles. You could let go of that and gradually begin to understand that these are just objects they are not contributing to your soul's development, and you may start getting in touch with yoginis. You may start reading ancient scriptures and sacred texts. You may start praying. You may go and visit places of worship. You could decide to become baptized if you weren't in the past. You may fall into a certain religious belief that contravenes the one that you were born with. You may have been born an atheist, and now all of a sudden you're finding God around that first Saturn return, or throughout your life, because some of you, depending on the placements in your birth chart, you will have these moments of awakening, either at 23 when you have the first Saturn square Sun, the important moment, or around the age of 27 during your Mars return, and some of you will awaken around your Saturn return, depending on what energies you have in your chart. The moon is going to be very important. Finding privacy, reflecting on your relationship to your mother figure, understanding how you nurture other people and become a mother figure for others, spending a lot of time listening to others rather than reacting and putting your own important, determined opinion forward. You're learning how to take in other people's opinions. You may have a South Node in Sagittarius and a North Node in Gemini. If in the past, in the first part of your life, you were very willful, very wild, very action-prone, you didn't care about what other people thought, you were very intent on having your own opinion, your own belief. In the second part of your life, you're going to become increasingly more aware of differences, subjectivities. You're going to understand that life is paradoxical, it's contradictory. There may not be such a strong, harsh truth that you need to believe in. You're going to move away from extreme optimism and self-belief, and you're going to let go of that and become a little bit more thoughtful, more doubtful. You're going to have to rely on other people's opinions. You may have a lot of thought-provoking conversations, and life is all going to be about how you engage in debates in which you respect another person's ideas, you respect their emotions, and you empathize with them. You're able to see things from their own viewpoint, not only from your own. Now, your tarot cards are the following. So we have the Four of Wands, the Counselor, we have Love. I'm so happy to see this because we had a beautiful love card appearing for group 1 as well. We have Emotions, definitely. Some of you may be born with the South Node in Capricorn, North Node in Cancer as well. And we have the Body and Mind. Definitely. North Nodes in Cancers, North Nodes in Gemini. This is a lifetime in which you are meant to spend more time understanding your emotions, understanding another person's point of view, and then figuring out how you can make a living out of that. You could become, for example, a very good counselor. You could sit down and hear other people's struggles and offer them some guidance, listen to them, hold space for them, allow them to reach their own conclusions by your gentle guidance. You could also fulfill the ideal. I feel that for some of you this is an ideal yet, it's not yet a reality, of having your own family, giving birth, having children, adopting children. I think that's going to be something in which your soul is going to really enjoy and revel in, because children can be some of our most intense and beautiful spiritual teachers. And I feel that for you, finding a foundation, establishing a secure base, a secure home, and nourishing your soul, mind, and body in that place is going to be essential. I think I read it somewhere that the beginning of healing involves you choosing a place and settling there, purchasing a home or building it of your own accord or inheriting it from somebody else. Having your place in this world, your little shack, your little apartment, your, a room in the world, a room of one's own, as Virginia Woolf used to say. that is the beginning of healing, because inside those four walls or inside that structure, you can begin unraveling emotionally. And away from the scrutiny of the social environment, away from the prying eyes of other people, you are able to tune into your heart. You're able to be with yourself. And that may be one of the most difficult things for you, to be alone and awake, aware. Some of you may use substances to try to, yeah, and I hit the table, so that's a very strong indication that may be true. Some of you may be using substances, such as, I don't know, you may be smoking weed, you know, you may be drinking, you may be smoking in general, to try to calm down the anxiety of being by yourself. While in reality, what you could do is get into a more spiritual practice when you are by yourself, meditating, doing yoga, journaling, doing something creative like painting, collaging, sculpting, listening to music, creating music, breathing, focusing on healing strategies, focusing on reading and studying what can make you feel better. How can you come in touch with the emotional, intelligent skill inside of yourself? That's supposed to be the way in which you can harness this power the best. If you have been in some way hurt by the patriarchy, the system of social relations which genders us and ostracizes us, and I feel that here with Black Moon Lilith, that may have been the case. If the patriarchy abused you in any way, take time to heal, take time to come back and revive and value your divine feminine essence. And this goes for whether you're male or female. We all have the anima, the archetype existing inside of ourselves of the ideal divine woman. You will be successful in this lifetime, and I think your success will come from how nourishing and emotional you are with other people, from being vulnerable, open, and honest with them. You see here we have love, emotions, the counselor, which is a water sign. This can be representative of any of the water signs, the intuitive Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. And we see here the Four of Wands. Sorry, I wanted to say the fourth house, but that may be true. The fourth house in astrology talks about your root. It is the womb of the zodiac, the place where we come from. It describes our relationship to the parent that we felt most attached to, the one that we felt most emotionally close to. In some cases, it could be the mother. In others, it could be the father. But it describes what we came into this lifetime with as an inheritance, as the emotional baggage that we dragged with us from past lifetimes. And in this lifetime, we need to find a private space where we can unpack that emotional heritage, cleanse it, so that we can take whatever was good from our ancestors and put it into the service of others, while we cleanse the toxicity that has been passed down from generation to generation. So doing some regressive therapy, looking into your ancestral tree, looking into what a home generally means for you and how you live with yourself in your own private space, exploring your emotions through all sorts of therapeutical techniques. There are a variety of methods out there for healing and for getting in touch with your body and your emotions. But it's important for you to understand that the mind, when it's not right, when we don't have a clear view of who we are and what we want, will symptomatize all sorts of problems by giving you difficult emotions in the body, by giving you pain in the body. It's an important element. You need to become more aware in this lifetime of the mind, body, and soul connection. And I feel that a lot of men, especially healing men, maybe counselors, spiritual teachers, maybe some sort of religious leaders, it could be doctors especially, could put you in contact with a lot of healing modalities, and then you may take those and break away from the difficult legacy of your ancestral past, so you may walk forward in this incarnation relieved of that pain, so you can create your own family, so you can make the whole world your family. This is your life purpose. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading, group 2. It was a pleasure for me to create it for you. Sorry about the weird camera movements and the alarms outside, but I take whatever interruptions we have in this reading as an indication that, you know, Spirit is here pointing us to important elements you should be aware of. Make sure to like this video because it's a wonderful energy exchange. If you listen to this reading, give something back by liking this video so that we are in accordance with the law of abundance. Also, feel free to comment if you feel so inspired. I love your comments, guys, and they inspire me to create further readings for you. So feed the spiritual space. If this is where I leave you, then take care of your heart, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one. Bye. Hi group 3, welcome to a reading related to your life purpose. Let's figure out what it may be. So this is for those of you that were drawn to the nutmeg. I feel a very earthy, very solid kind of energy from you. Also, I believe that some of you may have a moon in Libra. You may be very drawn to scents because the nutmeg is ridiculously fragrant. I feel like you're an individual that likes to do things methodically, step by step. This reminds me of the Fever Ray song, Even It Out. Go and have a listen to it, it's super fun. I feel like you have a dark sense of humor. There is a very sneaky, sarcastic quality about the work that you're doing in this world. You may be a person that actually relies in their profession on their sense of humor. I feel like some of you are wonderful negotiators as well, and you could be drawn to comedy in all of its forms. There is a reliable quality about you, a loyalty that I think people admire and are very drawn towards. You are an individual that is able to create wealth quite easily. I don't think that is necessarily a problem, but there may be a problem here related to sensitivity. Now, let's see the cards that you were dealt. We have here Aquarius, I know. Hello, my Aquarian babies. Uranus, the planet that rules Aquarius, could play a very big role in your life path. You may have your North Node conjunct Uranus, which makes you an incredibly unique individual with a life purpose that is very hard to predict because it will be so progressive and out there that it's hard to put into words. You're carving your own path in this lifetime. You may be considered the black sheep in your family. You could be an outcast in your group of friends or feel like you are somehow like separated from the concerns of other people because you are years ahead in your attitude, in your beliefs, in the things that you're working through, the things that you're concerned with. We have here, come to the edge. Yeah, definitely. So you are an individual that likes to test his or her limits, an individual that will come face to face with extreme situations in this lifetime. You are somebody that is learning how to think on their feet, how to be very fast, how to make decisions that are gut related rather than the result of a lot of processing. Or better said, the decisions seem to be very fast because they have been processed in your mind for a good number of years before you come across an event that triggers that decision-making process. Does that make sense? So it's like you're thinking about things, mulling over them, trying to come up with a solution, and then all of a sudden, after a couple of months or years, something manifests in your reality that gets you to make a quick decision based on something you've been thinking for the last years. So I feel like some people could see you as a daredevil, as somebody that goes where other people are afraid to go. You could be placed in professions and occupations that other people don't want to do. For example, you may work as a mortician, as an embalmer, or you may work in the emergency departments of hospitals or in crime investigation. You could, for example, work in very intense therapeutic situations with some very fast healing modalities. You could do family constellations, for example. There is a feeling here that you're also thinking about the future, about flight, about progress, about the exploration of other planets, about investigating alien life forms, everything that is weird, everything that is unique out there. very different than what is considered to be the norm. I feel that this is who you are at your core. Let's see. Door to value. Yeah, I mean, as I said at the beginning, you have no problem manifesting the fulfillment of all of your needs physically. I feel like money comes to you, money goes. You are able to pull in support, funding, bursaries, scholarships, people just paying money into your account because they like you or they believe in something that you are trying to materialize. You could easily earn money from a crowdfunding situation by applying to an institution. I feel like your ideas are so out there that people want to back you up. They're so curious to see, will something come out of this, you know? I feel like you may be placed in situations in which you will have to financially speculate. I feel like you are also drawn to alternative sources of income. You could be part of the group of people that is at the moment trying to understand what is this whole craze with NFTs. Is this something real? Is this something we can invest? You could be looking at market trends. You may try to figure out all sorts of financial solutions to the current problems in society. You could be at the forefront of actions such as printing money, or maybe even working with technology to try to figure out a universal income system for people all over the world. I just think you're very out there, and especially with your financial ideas, with your relationships with other people, you could be a person that has a variety of different relationships for all of your needs, and you don't see this as a problem. You are not at all the jealous, possessive type. You're not at all the traditional conforming type. So I feel like your relationships, your sense of style, how you make money, and your beliefs are all very unique, very out there, one of a kind. Very few people are looking at the things you're interested in. You may draw from very ancient methods and practices in order to innovate and push mankind towards the future. You may work with modalities that have been forgotten by time. You could dedicate your whole life to bringing back the work of forgotten authors, people that were discriminated against in the past. You may work to bring back the legacies of women or minority thinkers that have been discriminated against and forgotten by history. You could really struggle to create their Wikipedia pages. You may teach about the legacy of these minor or lesser known individuals that are nonetheless very important in academic environments. For example, teaching your students about people that whose work has been stolen by other white powerful males that wanted to make a career on their backs. Or you could talk about populations that were oppressed, indigenous tribes that got a lot of their healing modalities stolen from. You're really into liberating the oppressed. I feel like this is overall the core of the theme in this lifetime. Through your knowledge, through your capacity to do research and gather facts, through your brilliant mind, you are helping to liberate and free people. You're opening up minds left and right, and you're helping people understand their relation to their freedom, that there's nothing to be afraid of, that in the absence of a governing body in society, we can still continue to live beautiful lives. We don't need to have an oppressive institution telling us what to do and how to live our lives, how to schedule our bills and payments and jobs and daily routines. Yeah, so I feel that as interesting as you are and as attractive to progressive individuals out there as you are, you also come up across a lot of resistance, a lot of people trying to bring you down, trying to stop you, vehemently criticizing you to the point where they're trying to kind of create a personal vendetta against you. But that's because your formidable power for change is creating a formidable block of resistance. And then we have here Persephone growth, of course. I'm laughing because on my Patreon, I don't know if you guys follow me there, I highly recommend that you subscribe because I have so many beautiful things that I'm sharing with you. I created Persephone's elixir and I shared it with you exactly the moment when Pluto switched from Capricorn into Aquarius. I couldn't sleep. I woke up in the middle of the night around the time when the switch happened, and I shared with you my pomegranate infused elixir that I use in order to get in touch with my shadow aspect. So Persephone, her myth is very controversial because on one hand, people see her as a victim of SA, that she was kidnapped from her mother and taken into the creepy underworld by her husband without her will. And in other cases, her myth is actually not like that. It's the opposite. It's the path of becoming, of maturing from a girl into a woman by getting in touch with the more darker aspects of human nature, with extreme lust and desire for somebody that may be a little bit taboo. So some people believe that she actually went willingly into the underworld. It was time for her to get married, and the underworld is just a metaphor for all of those repressed sensual energies that she wasn't able to experience just by being a maiden in the care of her mother. So the myth of Persephone is all about understanding your lusty, animalistic, instinctual side and your more proper, orderly, maiden-like side, and how you fit into the requirements of society. But at the same time, how you also need to get in touch with those animal aspects inside of all of us. So Persephone, the queen of the underworld, is here to help you understand that you will grow a lot in this lifetime by tackling taboo topics, by going where no person has gone before. Now let's see your tarot cards, because I'm realizing I've spent a lot of time just focusing on the oracle cards. Yes, we have here the dark angel, the angel of perception. And in your reading, it's like a lot of weird light changes and weird energy changes I'm picking up on. So yeah, very strong Uranian vibes. Now we have here the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, juggling, doing two things at the same time. You may have two professions. By daytime, you are a certain conforming individual. By nighttime, you're completely different. You're a master of exploring the taboo desires of other people. We also have here the self. So truly, being an individual is the way forward in this path. I feel like you are inspired by the divine to just be a maverick, a daredevil. Having the confidence and being a force for growth and economy. I feel like you also have the gift to look around you and see this is valuable, this is not. For example, let's say you meet a friend and your friend is an artist. Your artist friend paints pictures or is trying to make it into the acting business. And you can tell, it's like this person is going to make it. They have the stuff. They have the spiritual finesse. They are meant for this, or they're an amateur. They're never going to make it. You just have that know-how. And we see here the hero, and we also have here the Seven of Pentacles. This is a lifetime of opening paths. With the Seven of Pentacles here, you see all the red apples, the trees of the fruit of knowledge. Through your tempting energies, through your boundary-breaking, taboo-bending vibration, you are going to challenge so many prude people, so many people caught up in very traditionalist, habituated patterns. You are a force for change. You are like a motor that once you enter somebody's life, you trigger them very intensely. So your relationships could be quite difficult, and many times you could just agree to disagree and walk away. But I don't think this bothers you. I don't think this bothers you as much as it did for group 1, I believe, where we saw a certain tendency towards codependency. Yeah, I feel like for you, it's like, you know this. You know that you're incarnated here to do this. I feel like this reading is nothing new for you. This is just the confirmation of your power. You are able to draw from the dark depths of your unconscious, from your difficult emotions, all the energy that you need to have not only one but two occupations in this lifetime, to juggle not only one but two relationships. Your heart knows no boundaries. It is here to love mankind in all of its shape and sizes and forms, and you're here to love many different ages and many different people from all like all strata of society. You don't care about class, you don't care about age, you don't care about gender. You're like, I love somebody, I want this person, this is who I will be with, you know. I also feel like you have the same approach in your career. It's like, I want to do this, I think that this is my purpose, money will come, you know, but first I need to do what I feel I need to do, what I am guided to do. You may be a wonderful meditator, so you could take a lot of time to tune into yourself. You are very aligned. You see here we have two people in yogic position. One is male and the other female. Your chakras are aligned. You have a very brave, courageous spirit. You could be a south node in Aries. Everything is flaming you up from within. You know already what path you need to walk on. You may also be a south node in Leo as well, which makes your north node in Aquarius. You've got everything it takes. You've got the inner confidence, the drive, the alignment, the backup from spirit. All you need to do is keep progressing forward, keep opening minds, keep opening hearts, keep taking risks, keep jumping into the unknown without a net, and watch how everybody's like, oh, wow. Because in this way you'll inspire people to think differently about their lives, to not stay stagnant, to grow and take risks and chances. Some people are going to detest you. Some people will feel disgusted by your ideas. They will get up and go and huff and puff. But so what, you know? They did the same to Charles Darwin, that they did the same to Albert Einstein, they did the same to Isaac Newton. Galileo Galilei was oppressed for his beliefs. The witches were oppressed for their beliefs and practices. You are part of that legacy, my love. You are part of that phenomenal, brilliant legacy. So keep walking your path, keep beating to the beat of your own drum. I'm so happy to have you as part of my soul family. Please like this video if it has inspired you. It's a wonderful way to give back. If you have enjoyed listening to my work, then give back a little bit of this energy so that we are in accordance with the law of abundance. You know, that equal give and take. And if you feel so inspired, comment down below. I would love to hear from you. What are some of the things you're struggling with? I'm pretty sure that some of you, whatever it is that you're working on or studying towards, you're coming up with a lot of resistance, and you have to firmly burn through it by believing in yourself 120%, you know. You will make it. Don't worry, you will make it. You will find your niche, and all of the people that you need in your life to support you will follow. Just keep opening those paths. I love you so much. Thank you for listening. I cannot wait to see my next one. Bye bye. Hey Group 4, welcome to your reading regarding your life purpose. Let's figure out what that may be. I can already feel a lot of anxiety and a feeling of kind of like your stomach is churning. Maybe you feel that this is a really big responsibility, reflecting on your life purpose. It could be that you've been wondering what that might be for the majority of your lifetime. You may have a Saturn in the 9th house or a Saturn in the 11th house, Saturn in the 1st house as well. And these are karmic placements that get you to learn through the school of hard knocks, and by actually having a lot of pressure placed on your shoulder, how to feel connected to other people, how to think in an idealistic way, and how to claim your freedom to become an individual. So you chose the cinnamon, which is a gorgeous sweet spice that goes in the majority of dishes and meals. It is, to me, significant of Christmas time. I'm sure that whenever you hear of cinnamon, you think of Christmas, you think of cinnamon cookies or mulled wine or all sorts of sweets that we tend to eat around the holiday time. You may be born under the star sign of Capricorn or Sagittarius, which are the two zodiac signs associated with Yule, with the winter solstice and Christmas. But let's see right now what the cards have to say regarding your life path. Whoa. Okay, so we have Aries here. So in case you didn't resonate with all the other zodiac signs, I'm seeing here the powerful force of Mars, Aries, the ram, the battle ram, the warrior of the zodiac. I am. Now, we also have here a change in the wind, number 12, followed by, oof, the cards are connected one to the other. Man holding a heart. Okay. Idun, we have here the force of youth, and your tarot cards are The Five of Wands, of course, I was expecting it. This is Mars energy amplified. We also have here the Journey, so this is the Star. We also have here the Faith card, the Seneschal or the Senecal, okay, an administrative power, and we have here Wisdom, the Hermit. Okay. You have a tendency to isolate yourself from society. You may have been born with a South Node in Aries. I feel very strongly that you're an individual, or a South Node in Virgo as well. You are a very good worker. You're very responsible. You know what you have to do. You get up and you get going. You know, you go ahead and you pursue your goals. You are somebody who's not afraid of conflict. Oftentimes you may instigate it because it gives you a thrill. It makes you feel like you're pushing towards something. You're kind of working your power, your energy over somebody else's. However, your life is going to see you encounter some sort of spiritual block in the manifestation of this power inside of you. You're going to have to learn to collaborate and cooperate with other people. I feel like you have a very good chance of either spending a lifetime in a connection in which you feel like you're growing, or a lifetime spent in prison if you don't watch out these aggressive tendencies. You see, the path can lead you towards darkness, or it can lead you towards light. And we see here with the Faith, we see this beautiful angel on top of a turtle, the cosmic turtle. This is an indication that you need to slow down and do things a bit more patiently in this incarnation. You are like a divine child archetype. You're very rambunctious, very filled with energy. You want to do a lot of things. There's a sticky enthusiasm that you bring in any connection. And that's something to celebrate, definitely. But you have to watch out about imposing your willpower over other people, steamrolling over their emotions and plans, and seeing other people as an opposition to you rather than as people that can help you fulfill your own plans. You have a tendency to feel like it's you against the world. You have a tendency to wear your heart on your sleeve, and then when people criticize you, or they block you, or they push you to the side, you take it very personally, and then you try to do your best to conquer that person that seems to have rejected you. This behavior should be renounced because it's not doing you any good. I feel that you need to learn that you can only control yourself and your own reactions, that your feelings are your own. They are not the consequence of what other people make you feel necessarily. Sure, other people can provoke something inside of us. They can trigger something inside of us. But it's our responsibility to handle our feelings, and we choose the way we respond to such triggers. We may choose to back away and not respond. We may choose to engage in a battle. We may choose to just take the lesson and agree with them. There's a variety of ways of responding. I feel like you may have a Mars in Aquarius. I feel like Aquarius energy could be prominent in your chart as well. Virgo, Aries, Aquarius, these are the primary signs I'm seeing here. I do feel that some of you may have a speech impediment. You may struggle to learn the language of the place, the country in which you find yourself. You may struggle to put your feelings into words. You are an action person by nature, by the way in which you incarnated in this reality. This is what you bring from a past lifetime. In a past lifetime, you may have been a member of the military. You may have been a person that really developed their intuition, their forcefulness, their physical power, and really decided to act before they could think. In this lifetime, this behavior is not going to benefit you. You have to take that youthful exuberance that you have, that excitedness, and put it into the creation of meaningful love connections. In order to actually live a life that is very good for you, that is aligned with you, you have to be able to understand another person's opinion. And I can already feel a sense of irritation, a sense of please don't tell me what to do. You may get a little bit triggered in this reading. I feel that some of you may. I would like you to take that feeling and write it down write down your thoughts, write down whatever it is that you're going through. I am feeling also in the right part of my body, around my chest, I am feeling like something is tickling me, an irritation, like an itch, a scratch. The right side of the body talks about the masculine side. It is the side with which we contribute. It is not the receptive side, which is the feminine side. And I heard a car kind of like making a weird noise, almost like it was descending. So descending from your competitive, fierce masculine energy into your more receptive feminine energy is going to be the accomplishment in this incarnation. Organizing the affairs of the people that you love in order to maintain the wealth of a family could also be a really good role for you. Being a person that understands both the light and shadow aspects in everyone that they meet, and working with an individual, so doing some sort of therapeutic work with people that have speech impediments, or people that suffer from autistic disorders on the spectrum, or people that have severe mental health problems like schizophrenia and I don't know, obsessive compulsive disorders, or psychopathies, for example. I feel like you are an individual that has this courage inside of your heart, and it's very hard for you to not live life without a challenge. You create challenges everywhere you go because you want to overcome them, and that's a thrill for you. But your lifetime is going to be a lesson in coming off of the adrenaline high into an oxytocin boost. You're going to have to bond with other people and find nurture and meaning and purpose in your personal relationships. You need people by your side. You have to let go of I'm solo, I'm doing my own thing, I come and go as I please. This inherent selfishness needs to be sacrificed in order for you to have loving connections with other people, connections in which you listen to your partner, you negotiate compromises, you figure out how to build a life together with another person. For this, you may need periods of time when people may leave you, people may betray you, to figure out what went wrong in that connection. Your third eye chakra is developing very strongly in this lifetime, but you have to allow the process to take place. Blocking yourself from learning from your painful experiences is only going to lead you to a lot of shadow aspects coming to the fore of your existence, engaging you in violence and ultimately leading to incarceration or time spent away from society. I feel that your saving grace in this lifetime is learning to love, learning to put somebody else above yourself, learning to think of another person's needs and their desires first, and then of your own needs and desires. I feel that surrender, sacrifice, unconditional love are the themes of this incarnation. You may have a North Node in Libra or a North Node in Pisces, which shows that letting go of that very thing that you want in favor of somebody else having it, or in favor of honoring the divinity in your partner, allowing a person not to be controlled by you, not to be obsessively chased or hunted by you, but just allowing them to come to you because they like you, because they like spending time with you. That's one big lesson that you will have to master in this incarnation. You are also going to have to temper down your social butterfly tendencies. I feel like you're this kind of person who is very sociable, likes to go out, likes to meet a lot of people, but you may have hookups, you may have a lot of like hot, passionate encounters that end with you don't even know that person's name, you don't even recall their face. You are meant to commit to long-term connections and stay inside of them, allow them to change you, allow them to transform you. You are meant to be a one-person individual, a monogamous person rather than a serial dater or a polyamorous individual. And that's for group number 3. Group number 3 has a very unique lifestyle. But you, my love, you have to be a bit more patient, committed. You have to tap into the finer things in life, artistry, beauty, spending time allowing things to grow on their own, becoming a parent, becoming a lover, and letting go of fighting, letting go of proving your will, your might, your force. These are things you already kind of showed to society and to yourself in a past lifetime. You don't want to be stuck in the legacy of your past. You already have this courageous, vital, sexy force from a previous incarnation. You don't need to prove any of this to anyone in this reality. All you need to do is follow the rules and regulations of society, follow etiquette, follow moral codes. Ethics is going to be really important for you. Am I doing the right thing? For whom? Is it for me or for somebody else? What would another person feel? How, if I do this, how will it make my partner feel? If I go after what I want, will it disturb the peace of my family? Will it make me lose everything I have gathered so far? You have to learn to let go of all of these tempestuous desires that come all over you. You have to learn to let go of being right, of being the best, of being first, and of being the deciding force. Take that beautiful energy and definitely increase your earning capacity, control the resources and finances of your family, multiply them, leave a legacy for your children. Do the right kind of work that really inspires you. Be active in a profession that you really enjoy. But don't take this energy out on your personal connections. Be a wonderful worker, a courageous, brave, passionate worker. But take the conflict, take the impatience, and take the need to control out of your personal connections. Your personal connections should be free-flowing. Your personal connections should be spaces in which you come to retreat and relax and rest. They should be moments when you just open your heart and give. Moments in which you support your partner. Moments in which you are their best fan and groupie or whatever you want to call yourself. Because you're incredibly confident in your own skills, so there's no need to feel threatened by your counterpart. The world is not necessarily a constant competitive game in which you need to prove yourself and your might. The world is a place where you get to do what you love while respecting what your partner also loves to do. And when you come together because you truly value and love how individualistic you both are and how in love with whatever it is that you're doing you both are. So when you come together, you form this power couple, both with each of your occupations, both with each of your personal share of control over your own life, your resources, your creativity, your body. But when you come together, you share of yourselves and you allow yourself to receive and to give. So it's a really beautiful journey of learning how to fall in love, learning how to build relationships, learning how to commit, how to stay in one place and watch and wait for things to grow. Learning how to get to know another person because you know yourself really well. There's no need for you to ask other people to help you get to know yourself. There's no need for you to impose your energy over and above the energy of somebody else. This is a lifetime in which you get to know other people and you get to inspire other people to be themselves through the sheer force of your role model. So let go of feeling threatened. Let go of needing to control. There's nothing to control here. All you can do is control maybe the outcomes of your work. Pour all of your effort, energy, and passion into writing the best book of your life, teaching the best course of your life, being the best kind of employee in your life. Although I feel that most of you are leaders, managers, you're not really employees, or if you are, it's just for a short period of time. You're more like your own person, your own business force. So pour that energy into that beautiful part of your life, while the romantic aspect should be something that you manifest in a free-flowing, organic way. Visualize the love you want to feel. Allow it to come to you. Allow your person to love you. Love them back. Support them unconditionally. Be their best follower, because their love is not threatening your capacity to be the best. It is enhancing it. And that's the biggest lesson you're learning. This is your life purpose. To fall in love and to respect your counterpart. To build them up just as passionately as you build and take care of yourself. I hope this makes sense. I hope that you can give this video a like. It's wonderful for your energy exchange as well, because if I created something for you, you can also reward it with a small like so that we can maintain the law of prosperity in place. Make sure to comment down below and let me know what is your life story, what is your sorry, I kind of tripped over my words right now. I'm feeling a little bit tired, guys. But I wanted to say, do you feel like this resonates with your current life purpose? Are there any of the astrological placements I mentioned in your birth chart? I would be so curious to know. So let me know down in the comments. I'm going to go right now and take care of my own self after giving to you guys. So I hope you can do the same. Thank you so much for listening, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one. Bye bye.